be different.
I'm sorry, your mom what?
She wanted to do my name different. She didn't want it to be Christen with a K. And I was like, okay.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. Well, I'll tell you an interesting story about names. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Phyllis, and I have 5 children. 3 of them had MPS Hunter syndrome. 3 of my boys. Yeah, and they. This was back in the 60s and 70s, and they passed. And I'm Crystal's mother, and I'm so happy that we have Angel Aid and that I get to meet other mothers because it was a very lonely time back in the 60s and 70s. There were no groups, there were no support systems. So Angel Aid really means a lot to me, and
it means a lot to me. I need it.
Good. I'm glad to hear you say that, and I'm so glad to meet you.
Oh, same here.
Yeah.
So Christen, tell us a little about yourself. We'd love to know more about you.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm a new mother, of course. She's only 3. So they told me at first I could never have kids. And my first was an ectopic. And then I had Alyssa. She was great. Everything was good. She was meeting all her milestones, all this good stuff. And when she hit 2, all of a sudden she got like sick, but it wasn't like bad sick. She started throwing up one day, and I was like, what's going on? I took her to the doctor. They said, it's a stomach flu, kicked me on my way. Hold up, baby. Yes, what happened? What's the matter? Okay, you can play with that one. Square. Yeah. Oh, you made a square. That's so nice. You did this too? Oh my God, you're so good at this. Okay, you're gonna cook me more stuff here. Cook me stuff with the Play-Doh. Okay, make me a whole dinner. Okay. Oh, so long story short, I fought with all the doctors, and finally someone paid attention to what I was saying after 2 weeks of me screaming that this is not a regular sickness. And okay, baby, I'm gonna sit. You can't do it? Yes, you can. You can do anything you want. You ready? Oh no, your legs hurt?
No, my knees hurt.
Your knees?
No, my knees.
Oh, your belly? Why? What happened? Tell me. Oh, you burped. There you go. It feels better now. Here, say hi to the ladies. Okay, that's how you say hi. That's how you say hi. She got salt on her nose.
Hello.
Another.
Yeah, another lady. There is too. Yeah, so nice, right? So I'll try to talk when she's next to me, because then she'll basically listen. Okay, let's go change the diaper. I fought, and finally one of the doctors, I bumped into a gastro doctor, and he was like, no, something's got to be wrong. This doesn't sound right. And he was like, you're absolutely right. Let's do bloods. Let's do sonogram. And through that, they admitted her into Mount Sinai Hospital with almost liver failure by that point. And I like literally thought it was the biggest nightmare, because I walked in and they're like, she has to get all these things done. I'm like, wait, you guys told me she was just going to be admitted just to check on her. And they were like, yeah, her INR is really bad. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to put it down so I can put her up. So it came, then her numbers started stabilizing, which was great. And ever since then, we've been trying to find out what it was, because they said it was probably a fluke infection or whatever. So through the biopsy of her liver, they found that it was a metabolic disease, a disorder, they said, and it was OTC, which is Urea Cycle Disorder. And ever since then, she's when she got diagnosed in July, finally. Okay, no, don't open this.
Gimme.
Okay, you can hold it, but don't open it, okay? Okay. So they told me that she has to be on a low protein diet, which is 13 grams of protein a day. And she has to take an EAA supplement, which tastes and smells like garbage. So picture me trying to get this in a 3-year-old every day. And this is where we are now. You know, I got scared last night. I mean, this is our new life. You know, they told me this is what you're going to have to do. Always have a bag packed for the emergency room. I just been very down and out about it. You know, it's very, you know, and this is so rare that nobody over here has it. I even looked to, hey, anybody in New York that I can meet up with or whatever. Nobody in New York so far has responded on any of the sites I've been on, because I joined a bunch of the Facebook groups that I found. And we were supposed to do this one for Urea Cycle Disorder, a meetup in Philadelphia, but it was canceled due to COVID and all this stuff. And at that point, I was like, oh my God, we have nobody, you know? What?
My boy and my bunny.
You want your bunny?
No. That's
Okay.
a puppy.
Oh, that's a bunny.
It's a puppy.
So I'm sorry, give me 1 second.
Puppy.
Oh, okay, hold on a second. So,
Puppy.
so lately it's just been even more stressful, trying to find foods to have her eat and just keep her healthy. I'm sorry if this looks crazy. As soon as I'm done with her diaper, I'll be right on.
When was the diagnosis?
She has OTC
No,
Urea.
when?
Oh, July 12th was her
Of this year.
diagnosis. Yeah. So we just got it
Yes.
less than a month ago. So it's still brand new, you know, like I don't have things that you can hold it, but you can't use it, baby. Okay, lay down. So so it was July 12th, right after her birthday, actually, and her birthday party. Her birthday was 2 days after that, and they said that this is going to be a lifelong thing. And if she gets sick, she's gonna always go to the emergency room and be admitted. I have a bag packed already for any of those times, which has been like depressing, to say the least.
But you saved her life because you
Yes.
were persistent.
Yes.
You were persistent. Good for you. Oh, geez.
Mhm.
What a miracle. What a miracle.
Yeah, because and they said, you know, when we were in the hospital, they were like, if not, you know, she wouldn't have made it there. And I was like, because I wasn't eating, I didn't eat for like 3 days in the hospital. They were like, you have to eat. I was like, I can't even think. I can't, like, you know, everything was just so much. And lately, you know, I've been getting better, and, you know, talking to like the people with the OTC community, asking them what they do when their kid was 2 or 3. They actually helped me out, telling me, oh, my kid loves this chicken nugget, let's do that, you know, like, so it makes it less, you know, I cried in Whole Foods, you know, I went to Whole Foods, like, looking for non-protein things, and I got a cart, like, literally filled like this high, and it was like $200 and something, and I was like, there's nothing in this cart. Like, how am I supposed to feed her? How is she supposed to be nourished? The dietitian got us connected with Cambrook Foods, that does low protein foods. My daughter only likes the pizza from there, which I was like, listen, if I have to buy $500 worth of pizza a month and that's what she's going to eat and it's low protein, I guess this is what we're going to have to do for now. Because, you know, toddlers, they like 1 or 2 things and that's it. And then going from, you know, her diet was a regular kid's diet, chicken nuggets, eggs, French fries, this, that, and now she can't have any of it. So that's another thing we got to go through. Like, it's
Well,
just seeing
your whole life has changed.
everything.
Paige is going to describe to you what Angel Aid is all about, and when you can use the stop the video, because if you have to change a diaper, you probably want to stop the video. But Paige will describe to you how we're here for the mothers, and this roundtable thing right now is very informal, but some of the other workshops are a little bit more structured.
Formal. Okay, good. And I'll make sure that I have my mom or somebody here to watch her.
You're good. So Kristen, I can just, you're taking care of so many things that you were never expecting. How do you, you know, for other mothers that will watch that are like entering this journey, I mean, I know you're new to it, but like, how do you how did you take care of yourself? Or did you? Or if you could go back in time and like tell yourself something now, like what would that be? What advice would
Breathe.
you give?
Breathe.
Breathe.
Yeah, that was the first thing that I needed to remember. Like, oh my God, you have to breathe. Like, cause the more like I did it, I was like getting hysterical and I wouldn't like think. But all of a sudden, you know, like little by little, you know, like every day I would wake up and I'm like, okay, today is going to be a good day. We're going to move forward. We're going to learn more about this disorder. We're going to figure out what she can eat, what she likes. I mean, every day I come up with something new for her. I'm like, okay, we're going to try this. We do this, like make it fun.
What is it?
I don't know. You got to look for it. Go look for it.
It's what?
It's probably lost, but go look. Maybe it's in your room. Go check your room.
No, it's not even.
Oh, no, you didn't even look. Sorry.
Hey.
All right, baby, let me talk on the phone for 1 second, okay?
Hey, what is that?
I see.
It's a stick.
Okay, get the stick.
I've been learning about proteins. It was something that I learned about when I had my boys,
Mm-hmm.
and because they couldn't tolerate too much meat, red
Okay.
meat and stuff like that. Yeah, they would get constipated and stuff like that. And and milk products they were allergic to, it would plug up their sinuses. So I would buy 5 pounds of carrots and juice them. So way back then, and this was decades ago, I was giving my children carrot juice, celery juice, combined with apple and all of the other things. Now they make it, or you can get it in a bottle of. But back then I had to make it because you couldn't get it. There was nowhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I want to try something like that. Maybe it'll work for her.
Yeah. It was good for them. Yeah.
It's so hard because she's so picky with things. She loves fruits. Any fruit I could throw in front of her, she'll eat fruits 24 hours a day. And like every day, like I said, I try something new. I try to get her involved more too. I get her into cooking. I'm like, oh, we're gonna make low protein pizza, and she's like, okay, and then she gets all the stuff out. She tells me what I need, so I try to get her involved to the point where she's gonna eat it after, you know, like, oh, let's try everything after. I try to make it fun. Every day is just a new thing that you learn about it, you know. So what I would say for anybody, just hang on. They tell me it's going to get better as the years go up, that she'll be able to have more protein. So that makes me feel like, okay, the future is brighter. She can have different types of foods that she couldn't have now, but maybe later she can. As far as like the doctors, the most important thing is stay in contact with them, let them know everything that's going on. For me, the one thing, my doctors probably hate me, but I am on top of them like you will never believe. I call them. I'm like, this is what's going on. She sneezed the wrong way. She went left this way. She went right this way. And they're like, wow, you're on top of it. But that's the way you catch everything, you know? And I think, you know, my foot got broken for a reason. Because it's a funny story. It happened right before her symptoms started, that I broke my foot, and I was at work, and this was back in December at work. I broke my foot, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? This is crazy. I have a baby and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden her symptoms started, and I was able to stay home with her this whole time ever since. I have to get surgery now. But I was able to be with her through all this, you know, and take care of her and make sure that she has mommy next to her. You know, if I didn't, then I would have probably lost my job. Because me going back and forth to the hospitals and doing all this stuff, you know, then everybody was like, wow, it probably was a good thing that you broke your foot, you know. It's bad to say, but it's just been a blessing to stay home with her, be able to watch every little thing. And it helps me, like if my mom has to babysit when I go to the doctor, Mom, this is what's happening. If she looks this way, if she sneezes, I want you to check her sign, like every little thing, like I check mark off. And I'm like, and I write notes for anybody who watches my daughter. I have literally a huge dry erase board on my wall that writes every single thing down of any little thing that she usually has as a regular symptom or whatever, that's not to freak out. But this over here, like I have to write everything out new. Every single day I do it. And I know it's crazy and it's a little tedious, but it keeps me on track with her.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
And her
And do you do that for yourself?
Huh?
I was just going to say
Go
her
ahead,
runny
Phyllis.
nose. They should prescribe something like Robitussin or something. If you stop the runny nose, then you stop everything from getting infected. Ears, teeth, throat, nose, because it's the runny nose that gets down there and causes the problems.
Yeah.
So they have different over-the-counter or prescription things, but you need to keep control of the runny nose if you can. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things right now, because she just had I thought it was a sinus infection because she was sick and she was going to be admitted, but they said, okay, because she had a little fever. And I said, okay, does she have to be admitted? I'll take her right now. They were like, no, let's watch the fever for 24 hours. Let's see if it drops. If it drops, then she probably just has a baby cold and we could watch it from there. Her sinuses kept going. Like she wasn't breathing well. I had the saline. I did all the stuff. And finally, I took her back to the doctor and I said, listen, this is not working. None of this is working. I do the humidifier. I mean, everything down the list. I write down everything of what I do. And they were like, okay, let's give her antibiotic. After 2 days on antibiotic, gone. I was like, you see, it was a sinus infection. Because at first they said, no, it's not a sinus. It's just a cold. I'm like, nope, it's something going on there. And we fought it. And now
you don't give her milk products anymore, right?
No, she's not on any. She won't even take it because I changed it to oat milk and almond milk because they were like, oh, she could have that, and she knows, and she's like, no, she hates it. She won't touch it. Now she thinks everything is that milk, so she won't even take it. So
Introduce her to carrot juice. Little bit at a time and everything. And I think it might make a big difference. Yeah. I
wish I could jump on milk, at least not milk, but like, almond milk or coconut milk and all that. She won't try it. She won't give it a chance. But I said, you know what? I'll try later on, a year or 2 years from now, maybe she'll want it then.
When you do the carrot juice, you have a glass of it first. So you have it. And then she asks for it. And then also another good thing about introducing new things like carrot juice is little glasses, little odd shaped glasses. I mean,
she has she likes the small little things she likes with baby shark on it. She'll drink anything out of it. Yeah. She likes to enjoy those things. That's why anytime I take anything, even if it tastes like bad, I drink. I'm like, oh, this is so good. Oh my God. And I get her to try it.
You're doing so good to be showing her how to cook the things that she's going to need to eat. Crystal has she's 14, my granddaughter. She'll be 15 in January. And Crystal, because Crystal and my granddaughter are carriers of the MPS Hunter syndrome, Crystal started a few years ago, including Chloe in all of her Angel Aid activities, because at some point, our granddaughter's going to have to make decisions regarding her own children, since she's a carrier. Now, your little girl is very young, so that's not something you would do now. But good for you for teaching her to cook the things that she's going to need to eat. And then when she gets older, if she is a carrier, good for you for helping her to understand what that means later on.
And I also, like any little thing she eats, I tell her, you can't eat anything without mommy's permission, because, people could hand something or something like that. I'm like, no, you have to ask. If she comes up, mommy, can I have this? And I'm like, I look and I'm like, yep, you can have that. Or no, you can't. She goes, okay. Like that's her thing. Okay.
Good for you. Good for you.
So,
I try.
Yeah, it's all, toddlers and food is always difficult, and then it's just a whole nother level. um, so, you're so outwardly focused on your daughter. How at Angel Aid we're like all about self-care, and like you guys are always taking care of your children, and so like we want to offer support to you and take care of the mother. How do you take care of yourself? You're so positive and so happy, and it sounds like the last 2 months have been a whirlwind. How have you, breathing, but like what do you do to focus on yourself?
Well, I work out. Burn a lot of energy that way.
That counts.
Yeah, I love it. I have like a little workout area in my house, and when my daughter takes a nap or anything like that, I burn steam. Try
That's
to like
great.
rejuvenate. I go out for a massage once a month. Listen, and I tell my husband I need this. This is very for me, and he's like, no, go ahead. And it relaxes me and puts me in a better space. I even bought like, and I know it sounds weird, but I bought those like scented oil things to put you in like good mood, and like it balances you. I mean, does it work? Maybe, but I sit there and I just take it, and I'm like, okay, you got to breathe, and I try to. That's mostly what I do, other than try to not to stress.
What do you do on Tuesday morning?
Tuesday morning, I get up and feed all the animals in the house. That's literally, I do the same routine every single day. I get my husband ready in the morning. I pack him a lunch. I take care of and we have a lot of animals. This is like a zoo in here. I do that. Then I get my daughter's stuff prepared because, in the morning she has the EAA powder and all that stuff that I have to pump into her. So, I get everything prepared in the morning. That's like my morning routine. And then, I take at least 30 minutes before she gets up, and I just lay out. I watch my shows, because, I know a lot of people don't like to watch TV, but that's my relaxation time and my private time. I'll watch TV. I like to work out. Those little things actually put me back into a mode of, okay, I'm back to normal almost, if that sounds like, I also go in my pool. I like to swim. I like to just burn off. And I think the burning off helps me like sit and like relax. I like to write also. So I write my thoughts down on a journal.
Mommy,
Yes, baby.
This is a pie?
Yeah. So,
Mommy,
yeah.
it's a moon.
It is a moon. Yeah, that's a moon.
Mommy, I don't see the store in my house.
Oh, okay. You got to go find it. Okay.
Is that my store outside?
No, not outside. She's going to go on the couch.
Paige is going to tell you about something we do on Tuesday mornings.
Outside.
Oh, I am? Phyllis, why don't you share from the mother's experience? From the mother's
Yes.
side.
I would like to know what you do to relax, because maybe I need some extra relaxation.
Well, all of the things you're doing sound really wonderful, and Crystal gives a talk on micro moments of self-care and the aromatherapy, like the oils. That's something she recommends.
So
all of
that's
those
a good
things.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, and all those things sound really great. Yeah, Crystal calls them micro moments because like not very often are you going to be able to take an hour or 2 hours, but like 30 minutes in the morning, or 5 minutes drinking your coffee, or 2 minutes taking deep breaths. Like you can fit those things in. So it sounds like you've figured some of that out. But yeah, we have a class on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. the same time as Thursdays, called Rare Mothers in a Relationship. Phyllis, would you like to share what your experience is like in that? Yeah.
It's an hour, and you can come late. Well, I shouldn't say come late. Tuesday morning is a meditation.
Oh, okay.
And kind of journaling, and a kind of a spiritual type thing, run by Padma.
Mommy,
And
I know.
it's
Mommy,
really,
I played this Look. Meow.
Sorry.
I thought the baby cat. I thought the baby cat, Mommy.
Okay, your baby cat. Okay.
Yes, if you can join us one time, I know you'll come back every week.
I'm definitely interested in that. I just got to get my mother over here, and I will be in there like you would never believe. I like things like that. I like to be relaxed. I like to meet other people going through the same thing because it makes me feel like I'm not alone, you know? That's why I went crazy looking for different sites and different places. And the girl that actually, Lindsay, she put it on the OTC website, your community, and I was like, that's fantastic. As soon as I saw it, I jumped on and I signed up. I said, you know, any little thing I see, I join because I want to know. I want to meet other people that are going through it. You know, sometimes it makes you feel crazy, like in your own thoughts, you know, and you feel like you're alone, and it starts making you feel like, oh my God, this is not going to ever end. And then when you meet someone that's been through it, and then you see that they're having brighter days, it makes you feel like that you're going to get there, you know? So that's 110% something I'm definitely interested in.
Did you girls ever watch Ally McBeal?
No, but I've heard of it.
You've heard it? Okay, well, Crystal was in college at UCLA when Ally McBeal was running every Monday night.
Okay.
And she and her college girlfriends would watch Ally McBeal. Well, when they graduated and when Ally McBeal came to a stop, the girls were in such a habit of meeting every Monday night to watch this program together. They decided that they would support a charity. Well, they looked around, and then it was volunteered that, well, gee, you know, Crystal's mom has these 3 little boys that are, you know, ill and everything. And they decided to create a charity of their own. And they created Angel Aid. And Crystal had intended to do this anyway. So this all worked out perfectly because now she had all the support of all her college friends and her high school girlfriends. So they set up a thing on Sunset Boulevard to raise money for the MPS Society, which is MPS is what my children, mucopolysaccharidosis is what my children had. They had a strain called Hunter's syndrome. So they had a event on Sunset Boulevard at a club to raise money, and they raised money. And then each of the girls did a walk-a-thon, and they raised more money. The money that they raised, they contributed to Angel Aid, which contributed to the research that founded a therapy, an enzyme therapy through a doctor. And that's how Angel Aid got started. That was 20 years ago.
Wow.
Well, over the years, my daughter worked for IBM, and she worked for and created her own company with a friend. And then she kept watching me and how I was affected by the children illness, their separation from me, because at some point they had needed 24-hour nursing care. And she decided that the one thing that they don't have anywhere is support for the mothers. The encouragement, the support. You agree. And I agreed to it, although I was reluctant at first.
Yeah.
I was reluctant to get involved at first, but they had a retreat. Angel Aid had a retreat here at our ranch. We have a little mini ranch in Orange Park Acres. And they had the first retreat here. And I hardly said a word at first, but it was such a relief to listen and to hear the other 7 mothers share their stories and go through these therapies. And it touched my life. It changed me. I opened up after decades of being closed up because of what had happened. And so Angel Aid now has the focus where Crystal wants it to be for the mothers, to help them have this support and the strength to go forward, because that's what's so hard to do is
I totally get that.
I'm so glad. And you know what? I have to tell you, Kristen, this is the first time I've told that whole story. Paige will tell you I haven't really gone from the beginning to now, but I feel like I'm back with you. I'm back where I was, jumping through hoops and going through things and making sure that my children stayed alive.
Yeah.
I thank you so much for being here and for sharing.
No, thank you for even having this. This makes me feel so, you have no idea the stuff that you have an idea. You have an idea. I can't even say you have no idea. You definitely have an idea. And it's tough, you know, every day, you know, my husband, he's around, but you know, men, they don't, and I hate to say it, but he's so calm about things, you know, and I'm like, how are you so, you know, and he's like, you got to live day by day. And I'm like, I get that. I get it. It's just that you don't want to see your kid go through that. If I could take any pain away, I would take it and put it on myself, you know, like that's the way I'm like, I wish I could take it away from her.
He loves you so much. He loves you so much. He remains calm because he knows that he needs to do that. My husband and I have taken turns being calm.
Yeah. He's more of the calm. I'm more of the, oh my God, the panic attack. And it's just because I usually, you know, especially with the COVID, this happened during COVID, you know, like they didn't let him into the hospital. He slept in a car. And thank God for this company called Harboring Hearts. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but kids that need transplants and things like that, they actually help the parents when they're in the hospital. And bless you, baby. They help the parents, so they give them hotel room stays while they're in the hospital. So my husband was sleeping in the car for the first 2 days, and then they got involved and they got him a hotel room to stay at. Where at one point we were able now to switch and go, you know, from I go to the room and I could take a shower, you know, like because we were there for a while the first night. But like things like that, like, and I love to do fundraisers too. That was like a big thing. My identical twin sister has MS. So we do fundraisers for MS. We do like little bowling things over here. I get like stores involved. I make big baskets. We do like all these different things and we raise money and give it to the foundations, which I love to do. That's something that's like really big. So if you guys ever wanted something like that, I could definitely get that together.
Good for you.
Thank you. That was talking.
Yeah.
Mommy, that was here.
Yes, baby.
It's okay.
But yeah, so I'm so grateful that you guys even gave me a chance and calling on, you know, to talk to me because, you know, it was a shame that we couldn't do the big meeting with the OTC group. And that put me down, you know, because I was like, oh, finally. And then, you know, so it's only like now through Facebook and speaking to people live, it makes you feel different, you know, like other than just texting or, you know, like, so this actually made my day today. I was having a really bad day.
I think parts of this, Paige will tell us, but I think parts of this go on Facebook.
Yeah.
I may be mistaken, but we'll
see.
Oh,
that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. I'm always on Facebook checking out all the different things to see all the different ideas people have or what they're going through. If I went through it and I have better advice for them, here you go. This is what I did. You know, I love things like that. And I got a good support system here in my family, you know, so, you know, they've all been like helping me and trying to learn everything as well. So,
look, it's right here.
Oh, okay. It's okay. Oh, you're going to take it off? Okay. Thank you.
Well, Kristen, I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday.
Oh, definitely.
Phyllis isn't going to let you go. She's going to track you down.
Tuesday at 10 o'clock.
Yes, Pacific.
Yeah.
And
thank you so much. Yes, a hug for everybody.
Huggy!
Well, have a wonderful day, ladies. It was so good to see you.
Okay. Yeah, say bye.